Hello, this is the Aura Girl 111, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience of being trans. As some of you may have known if you've been around long enough, I came out as trans back in 2018. You know, before the whole channel reboot. Yeah. The thing is, even before that, I was already feeling that I might be a girl. Even during middle school, I had a whole friend circle, most of which were girls, and I felt like I was one of them, yet I didn't realize at the time that that meant I was a girl. To be naive again, I didn't know what a trans person was back then either. I didn't know what a trans person was, or heard of. I had never even heard the concept before I watched a South Park episode when I was probably too young to be watching it. Though I didn't really get the concept of what being trans really is until one of my friends, when I was in high school, came out as a trans man, and that's when I learned that hey, trans people exist. And that person was nice. I learned a bit about their experiences of being a trans man, though that's obviously different than being a trans woman, because that's female to male. That's kind of the opposite. But eventually, in 2018, when I was in a relationship with someone, my partner told me, if you ever felt like if you're ever hiding something, like being a girl, you feel free to tell me or whatever. It was something along those lines, and within a few days, I came out as a girl. Because during high school, I was already realizing that hey, I'm probably a girl. During this time, I was playing as the girl in a bunch of Pokemon games, and after I watched Sailor Moon, that just further affirmed to me, hey, I'm a girl. I want to be that. So I came out in 2018 to my partner a few days after they said that. And they told me to come out to my parents. I came out to my parents a day after coming out to them, and at first they were confused. I thought they didn't accept me, so I ran away for a week, and it definitely caused a great amount of emotional distress for them. Eventually, I did get told that they do accept me, but let's just say that did some damage to the relationship between me and my parents at the time. Also, when I came out as trans, there were a couple of friends who didn't accept me right away. One even tried to pray the trans away. It did not work. Eventually, they accepted me. The only one during that time that didn't accept me was one of my teachers, which, honestly, who cares? That was during my last year of high school anyways. And plus, I still got my preferred name to be displayed on the billboard during graduation, so, you know, it is what it is, I guess. During that time, I would try my best to be feminine. Eventually, people started affirming me on Twitter and Facebook before I was even on HRT. Me and that partner broke up in 2019. By that time, I was starting to get a following on Facebook, Twitter, and sites that aren't really so safe for work, and I'm not going to name here because this is going to be on YouTube. Eventually, I ended up coming out as polyamorous and ended up in another relationship with, this time, another trans woman. During that time, I learned about HRT and Planned Parenthood. With Planned Parenthood, I was able to get on HRT finally back in 2020, and I've been on HRT ever since. And so, yeah, that's deal with HRT. Me and that partner ended up breaking up in 2021. And, yeah, being trans has been an interesting experience. I did end up, over time, losing a lot of friends I had, though there's no saying that me being trans was actually the reason for that, or if life just did that. I did used to get funny looks in the grocery store and such, but I didn't really care. I got misgendered a few times, but I get gendered correctly more often than not, despite living in West Virginia, which is quite interesting, considering, it's West Virginia. So, yeah, most of the time afterwards, most of my friends are trans now as well. Because most of my cis friends didn't stay friends. Those that did, well, I'm happy they stayed around, despite everything. And despite everything, I still continued making stories, making games, making YouTube videos sometimes, though my upload schedule has never been consistent, so. And if you're wondering, this hair, I was growing it, you probably know this, but I was growing this out before I even came out as trans. Back before I was trans, I tried to claim it was a mullet. For some reason, that actually worked on some people. And no, it wasn't actually because it was a mullet. It's because deep down I was actually a girl. Nowadays, I don't even wear pants anymore. I only wear skirts and dresses. Well, I do wear pants rarely, but I don't own many pants because because it makes me feel less feminine for some reason. And now I even got my room painted pink, which I think is quite nice. So is there I guess there isn't really much to say else on this regard, because, well, the most recent years didn't, like, I'm already out as trans. I've been out as trans for a while, and I haven't really experienced as many hardships as some other people, though who knows, that could always change. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Remember, if you do feel like you are a girl, you are a girl. If you feel like you're a man, you're a man. And if you feel like you're something else, well, you're something else. Unless you claim you're Jesus or something. No, you're not Jesus. I'm sorry to break it to you. So, yeah. This is the Or Girl 111, and I say bye.